Bringing the fast lane a little early tonight, I'm Lindsay Barna. It's one of the biggest weeks of racing in central Pennsylvania, Pennsylvania Speedweek, and it marks the halfway point of the racing season in the Keystone State. Hoping Mother Nature cooperates the rest of the week, only 10 drivers have captured the title at the end of the grueling stretch. In the 32 years of this series, there's only been 2 drivers that have won consecutive years. Drivers vying for the PA Speedweek title to put their name alongside some of the greats in the sport.
It's the best drivers that this area has ever produced, at least in the last 35 years, that have won these titles. And that's why they're so important, not only because of the history and the drivers that came before them, but also all the best drivers are there for that series.
Greg Hodnett won his first of 5 titles in the Apple number 12 21 years ago. This week is a special one to remember Hodnett with 2 races in honor of the legendary driver. It has been a bucket list item for some. Brent Marks was able to conquer the grueling stretch for the first time last season, while others continue to look for success. Freddie Raymer is currently the winningest driver in the country. If he wins his first title this week, he'll become the second father-son duo to win PA Speedweek alongside his dad, Fred, who has 13 titles. Only one invader has taken the bragging rights from the Pennsylvania posse. Kyle Larson won it during his historic dirt track season in 2020.
We always have outside racers come in and try to challenge the posse, for superiority during this week. And the sponsors have just come along, and we've been able to cultivate that a little bit and to grow the series, thereby growing the prize money, which helps the racers not only this week, but the entire season.
It helps when it's the highest paying week the series has ever had, with a total purse of over $400,000, as long as the weather cooperates.
We've been very fortunate, and I hope we'll be fortunate again this year to kind of dance between the raindrops and be able to get races in. Lincoln Speedway has had 44 Speedweek events over the history of the event, and they've had only 1 rain out. So we're hoping that it holds true and that we get the races in.
Now make that 45 events for Lincoln Speedway. The rain ends early on Saturday, and they're able to kick off Pennsylvania Speedweek a day late. 37 cars on hand for the first night of PA Speedweek 2.0 after the Grove washes out on Friday. Lucas Wolf on the pole, but Danny Dietrich wasn't wasting any time and would lead the first lap. The feature goes without a caution, so lap traffic gets thick for the leaders. Pretty entertaining with Marks, Anthony, Macri, and Dietrich. Macri swaps sliders with Dietrich until he finally takes the lead. With 3 laps to go, Macri starts the same way he did last year, picks up the first win of PA Speedweek, and captures the Kevin Gobrecht Memorial.
There's 4 or 5 of us that could potentially win the Speedway Championship, so it's just it's a long, grueling, hot and muggy this week, and I don't know, we'll just try to get as much sleep and not get grumpy with each other, and hopefully all of us are still here at the end of the week.
Survival of the fittest. Things can happen at any point with 8 more races. And finally, a historic weekend for the World of Outlaws at Huset's. On the final preliminary night, Hanover's Logan Schuchart takes control early on lap 5 to win his 2nd Outlaw feature of the season, banks $20,000 and leads the points heading into the $250,000 to win on Saturday finale. He just misses the podium, finishing 4th with his Shark Racing teammate Jacob Allen rounding out the top 10.